Hello, my dear students. Let's start a new and fresh chapter with fresh mind, fresh attention, and fresh dedication. The chapter is Business Services, Chapter 4. Before moving ahead in the chapter, I would like to invite you to come along with me to the down memory lane of Chapter 1, Auxiliary to Trade and Tertiary Industries. Hope you remember tertiary industries and auxiliary to trade were concerned with the service or the services provided to the various industries as well as to the trade respectively. So, in this chapter we will be discussing various business services in details which supports every business but they do not produce a tangible commodity. Now, first, what is service or what are services? As you can see, the definition of the services given in the slide. Services are economic activities that are intangible and imply an interaction between the service provider and the consumer that provides satisfaction of wants. You know what are economic activities? Means where there is a transaction of money is involved. Intangible word means that you cannot see the thing but you can feel, you can experience it. It means services are those activities in which there is no transfer of tangible commodity or commodities, but these are those activities which help the business to carry out their activities, means carry out the various activities of the business concern. And interaction between the service provider means the company who is providing the services and the business who is availing those services, they both are involved at the same time, and services are given to the consumer or the customers to satisfy their needs and wants without supplying the tangible commodities. But sometime along with the services, tangible commodities or products are also given to the consumer. To understand services better, let's see the unique 5 characteristics of services. What is the nature of services? They are denoted by 5 eyes. Out of 5 eyes, the first eye of features of services is intangibility. The most unique characteristics of services is that they are intangible, means they cannot be touched or cannot be seen but can only be experienced. It means they are experiential in nature. The quality of the offer can often not be determined before consumption, and just to check the quality of the services you have to purchase it. It means the quality of the services can't be judged before purchase and consumption. The service provider must provide good quality service so that a customer has a favorable or good experience. Example you can give: one cannot touch a doctor's treatment before consulting the doctor. A patient can also not judge how that particular doctor treats. Another important feature of services is inconsistency. Since there is no standard tangible products or product available, services have to be performed exclusively each time because different customers have different demands and expectations. The service providers need not only to provide the services each time, but they also have to alter or change their offers according to the requirements and expectations of the customers. Clear? They have to satisfy the needs and wants of the customers. One example that you can see: the services provided by the mobile services operator, they provide different types of services to the different type of customers according to their needs and what they want from them. Another example you can take, that is a beauty parlor or any hair salon. Next is inseparability. The services cannot be separated from the provider of services. There is simultaneous activity of production and consumptions are being performed. Means these are produced and consumed at the same place only. So the production and the consumption of services seem to be inseparable. That you can say that ATM might have replaced the bank clerk for providing the services like cash withdrawal or having the mini bank statement, but at the same time presence of the customer is required in the bank when they have to interact with the bank professionals for some other services. The third feature is inventory less. Means as we know that services have little or no tangible components associated with them, so they cannot be stored for a future use. In other words, we can say that services are perishable, means they can be easily exhausted, and providers can store some associated goods but they cannot shelf the services itself. Means we cannot stock the services. It means that the demand and supply needs to be managed as the services has to be performed as and when the customer asks for it. For example, we can say that an air ticket can be stored by the customer or by the service provider, but the air travel will be experienced only when the airlines provides it. The last I of the features of services is involvement. The participation of the customer in the service delivery process is must. Such participation provides an opportunity to the customer to get the service modified according to his or her requirements. Generally, people like to specify their personal taste and preferences while availing any services. Like when you visit to beauty parlor or to hair salon, you generally ask the person to cut your hair or to set your hair according to your taste. So one gets personally involved in the process of placing an order or getting the services. I hope after going through or all the 5 I's of the nature of the services, now you must have come to know that what are services. So now let's see how they are different from the goods. Means what are the differences between goods and services. Let's see. Here you can see the difference between services and goods. Once again, on the left hand side the bases are given, so they are distinguished on the basis of nature, types, intangibility, inconsistency, inseparability, involvement and inventory and involvement. So start with nature. The nature of the services, they are an activity or the process. Means watching a movie in a cinema hall basically means you are availing services. And what about the goods? Goods are physical objects. Clear? Next, the type. They are heterogeneous and goods are homogeneous. Means standardized goods are produced, but services are produced based on the nature and requirement given by the customers. Intangibility, we already know that services are intangible whereas goods are tangible. Means we can see, we can touch. Inconsistency, services are inconsistent as demand varies from customers to customers, whereas demands are standardized. Even if the demands are varied, but they have to purchase the same standardized product from the store. Next, inseparability. We already discussed about these features of services, that services are simultaneously produced and consumed, but whereas goods are produced somewhere else and consumed somewhere else. Inventory. Services are inventory less, means they cannot be stocked, but whereas goods can be stocked even for a very long period of time. Involvement. Participation at the time of service delivery, means participation of the service provider as well as the consumers are must, but whereas for the goods, involvement of both the producers and the users is not required at all, it is not essential. So now I hope that difference between services and goods are clear to you all. Now, what are the different types of services? Services are divided into three broad categories. The first one is business services, the second one is social services, and the third one is personal services. Out of these three, we don't have to study about the social services and personal services in details. We will concentrate only on business services. So, but just see the definition of social services and personal services. Social services are voluntary in nature, carried out by enterprises. Those are provided voluntarily for the welfare of the weaker section of the society. And personal services are client specific services, are provided by the enterprises to the individuals, just like means tailor services, tourism, travel, entertainment, and education. Now, finally, business services. These services are such type of services used by business enterprises for the conduct of their activities. Means these services support daily operations of the enterprises. These services including banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing, and communication services. So you can see also the types of business services are already given: banking, insurance, communication, transportation, warehousing, and storage. So out of these services, due to the omitted portion, we will only study about the banking and insurance. So in the coming lecture videos, I will explain you about the banking and insurance. Till then, study hard, stay safe, and thank you.